Hi everybody and good morning. It is Tuesday, December 7th, and we are here for my Human Sexuality classes. This is our last Twitch live stream that we have together. We are officially in week number 17 and just a handful of days away from the end of our semester. So really hard to believe. It's been a long time since August, but it feels like it's kind of gone quickly at the same time. So good morning. Thank you all for joining me. I see you all logging in. Can you hear and see me okay? Somebody let me know if everything's coming through all right on your end. Perfect. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you for letting me know. Excellent. Okay, a couple of you said yes, that's great. I don't know if any of you saw the email a couple of minutes ago, but there is like a network outage for the district. So Canvas is really struggling this morning. So I had a class just before this, and I had a very difficult time getting Canvas to load. So bear with me if it doesn't load. We'll go through everything as much as we can. But yeah, Canvas is apparently overwhelmed with the number of people who are on it. So just something to keep in mind as you go through the week. Definitely, try not to wait till the last minute. It will be even worse on Sunday, I guarantee it, with everybody trying to finish up the semester. So anyway, my plan for today, I want to give you just a couple of comments from last week, some reminders for this week. We have a couple of things that are due. I'll give you the Twitch extra credit question, and then we'll wrap it up. And again, this is our last Twitch live stream that we have together. So thank you for being here with me live. I'm going to put this in the chat really quickly. Our class officially ends on Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Okay, so our class ends this Sunday night, which is December 12th. At 11:59 p.m. So make sure that you are thinking ahead, planning ahead for that. Everything needs to be turned in by that deadline. If it isn't, it will be too late because you won't have access to the course anymore, and final grades are due pretty quickly for me next week. So please make sure that you're just being really aware and mindful of that everything is due by the end of the semester, which is our class ending this Sunday, 12/12, Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Someone said, Lauren, you said you're losing connection. You might try to log out and come back in. I think everything is fine on my end. I think it's just Canvas, but this time of year, there's always internet issues. We have beautiful weather, but it's going to rain. Sometimes, I don't know why, the rain causes problems. We had a guy from Spectrum Internet come out just the other day because we were having problems with our internet. And he's like, yeah, I think it might be because your router is next to your books. I was like, can you repeat that? He's like, yeah, sometimes the books can dampen the signal of your internet. I'm like, are you serious? So I don't know what dampens internet signals anymore, but just be aware of it as we go through the week. Try and plan ahead and leave yourself lots and lots of time. So let's go over to Canvas together, and I have this week loaded, so I'm not gonna click on it. It took like 15 minutes to get to here, but remember that we are in week number 17, our final week, our last week. Just a couple of quick comments about last week, and I'm not going to click on the discussion and make it angry. But discussion number 16 last week, you were talking about sex for sale, so your opinions on pornography, prostitution. I really enjoyed all of the wild images that you all found. Some of you found videos and commercials, but a lot of very scandalous and shameful images of using sex to sell a product. And I saw definitely some overlap, but really nicely done. Thank you for sharing those. Again, oftentimes very shocking, but the point is to get your attention and to get you excited about a product. So overall, really nicely done. Excuse me, yawning. I got a case of the yawns, but most of you did a wonderful job on the discussion last week. Very few people lost points. A lot of you did fantastic. You know what I'm looking for at this point. The biggest reason people lost points was either not doing it altogether. There were several people who didn't do it, or just not giving me enough detail. But most of you, fantastic job. Week number 16 is in the books, and now we are on the last week of the semester. So the things that you have going on this week, we are done with the discussions. You did your last one last week. So for this week, you have a closing assignment, exam number 3, and then you have the Twitch extra credit number 17 to get those last 2 points of extra credit. So no more discussions. You have a closing assignment, which is my way of giving you kind of a cumulative element. The final exam is just a third test. So it's just on this last unit. The closing assignment is going to give you a chance to reflect back over the semester, and that will give you that kind of cumulative piece without being tested on it. And then, of course, the Twitch extra credit question. So for the closing assignment, let's see if this is going to load. It may or may not. The closing assignment is worth 25 points, so it's worth more than a discussion, obviously quite a bit less than an exam. And with the closing assignment, when you're ready to do it, you'll click on this link right here, and hopefully they will have sorted out this infrastructure issue that we have going on. But the closing assignment, you're going to be choosing 5 specific concepts. Oh, good, it loaded. 5 specific ways that the content from this course can apply to your life. And so you're going to come up with 5 different terms or concepts that we've covered over the course of the semester. So I want you to come up with a specific term or concept from the course, anything in the lectures, the textbooks. You will give me the term or concept. You'll give me the definition, and this can be absolutely copied and paste. That's totally fine. So the definition of your term or concept. And then the bulk of your points is going to be this application piece. How can this term or concept help you to make sense of something that happened in the past? Or how maybe can it guide you in a real life situation in the future? I'm looking to see that you can take a term or concept that we've covered and apply it to your life in some way. So let's say one of the topics we just covered was STIs, sexually transmitted infections. And so maybe you that is your term or concept, you would define it. And maybe for you, you're saying, now that I know more about STIs and how they are spread, this is what it's going to change for me. Now I'm going to better use, contraceptive or birth control methods as a way to protect myself. So you're going to take that term or concept, define it, and then describe it. Any terms from the chapter, yep. As long as it's defined somewhere in the chapter, that's completely fine. You can have multiple terms from the same chapter. They can be all spread out. But I'm looking to see that there are 5 things, hopefully there are more, but at least 5 things that we've covered this semester that you can take something away from it and apply it to your life in some way. Maybe another one might be a great example, like the chemistry of love, right? Like maybe now you understand how we respond physically when we are falling in love with someone, and maybe that changes the way that you view the beginning of a relationship, or how those feelings maybe fade after 3 to 7 months, right? So again, you're just taking a term, concept, or idea, defining it, and then talking about how you could apply it to your life. This isn't necessarily a traditional paper. What you're doing is you're going to number your examples 1 through 5, and you're going to follow this format. Give me the term, concept, definition, and application. You don't need to have transitions. It's literally 5 separate concepts discussed separately. Should be roughly 2 pages or so. Standard font, standard margins. I'm not so worried about the formatting for that as much as the content. You will submit it right here through the Start Assignment link. So you'll click that and you can upload a file. And this is due anytime before Sunday night when the class ends at 11:59 p.m. So are there any questions about this? I try to make this very clear, but sometimes it's confusing. I tried to also give you a sample submission. So we'll go back here and see if it decides to load. But make sure that you spend some time on this. It is worth 25 points. You want to make sure you get those points, of course. Here I gave you a sample of what that might look like. Let's click on it and wait. So again, any 5 terms or concepts, describe them, define them, but really the biggest focus is how can you apply that material to your life in some way. Okay, and if this doesn't load, you can always look at this later, but I gave you a sample submission of what that would look like. Like, thinking about it, thinking about loading. I have to remind myself not to just click. I want to just keep clicking. Be patient, right? remind myself, look, see, again, they're having all sorts of issues with Canvas. So hopefully you can take a look at that later and kind of get an idea of what that looked like. Are there any other questions about the closing assignment? Any questions? Questions, thoughts, comments at all? Otherwise, the other big component that you have this week, and if you think of something, put it in the chat, is exam number 3. Same style and format as the other 2 exams you've taken. You're taking it right here on Canvas. When you're ready, you'll click on this link. It's worth 100 points. You have 75 minutes, like always, to take it. You can use your notes, your book, anything at your disposal. But remember, it's timed, so you will run out of time if you're trying to look everything up. So just be aware and mindful of that, of course. I've given you a study guide. I'm going to load it not on Canvas here, just for the sake of it actually loading. So the study guide here, this exam is on everything since the last test. So chapter 13 related to birth control methods, chapter 12 about pregnancy, 14 related to problems, right, sexual issues, 15 related to STIs, 16 is related to paraphilias and all of the different kind of sexual expressions, 17 is sexual coercion, and 18 was sex for sale. No, I haven't given it yet, Susanna. You're okay. You haven't missed the question yet. So anything that's on here, make sure that you know it. These will be all the terms that are on the exam. If it's not on here, you can let it go. You don't have to worry about it at all. But everything on here will be on the test. So again, as I've mentioned a few times, I might define or write all these terms out. Make sure that you know them all, you're familiar and comfortable with them. If you're trying to look everything up, you're going to be short on time. So please make sure you know everything you've studied, you're prepared, and you're ready to go. A few other things about the exam, especially this week, because it is the last week and our class ends Sunday night. Please do not wait till Sunday night to take this. Inevitably, again, something will go wrong. And because the class is literally over at the end of this week, it will be next to impossible to give you a chance to fix that. So please make sure that you get everything in. I won't be accepting anything regardless of circumstance after the class ends. So just something to keep in mind. But again, it's worth 100 points. Take it early. Make sure the internet and Canvas and everything are working well before you do it. And again, that's only going to get worse as the week goes on and everybody is trying to finish up the course. So those are your big things for this week. The closing assignment, here's the sample and the instructions. Exam number 3, you have the study guide and the actual exam itself. Before I talk about the extra credit, one last reminder. I mentioned this last week, but please make sure you do it if you haven't already. Please go through and check your grades. If you click on the grades tab right here, make sure everything looks correct. If for some reason something is wrong, something is missing that shouldn't be missing, make sure you reach out to me as soon as possible. Once the class ends, it's very difficult to change your grade. We have to fill out paperwork and get signatures. It takes time. If something is wrong now, you can let me know and you and I can figure that out and look at it together. So just take a quick moment sometime this week and check your grade. And if something is missing or incorrect, it would be a really good time to reach out to me. If you're missing something, make sure you get it into me as soon as possible. And again, just reach out to me and we can brainstorm and talk about that together. Okay. The other thing I have for you, so the Twitch extra credit question. One last reminder here, and a lot of you this actually applies to. If you could double check your subscription status for the very last time. Several of you have expired. It would just make my life easier one last time today, and then you never have to worry about it again. But if we go up, this is a few of you. So Lauren, yours is expired. Sydney, yours is expired. Cowbells, yours is expired. Susanna, yours is expired as well. I think that's everybody that's on here. But just take one last chance to check that. It would help me one last time to be able to download your names rather than go back and find you all individually. Oh, and that's fine. It's not a big deal. That's why I remind you. It doesn't tell you it's expired because it's free. I think they just bank on you forgetting. But if you have a chance, that would be fantastic. Thank you. And again, if it won't let you, that's fine. I don't want you to ever pay for that, so please don't worry about it too much. But let me give you the Twitch extra credit question for this week. And this is just something just for me. So when you're answering this question, you're writing it to me, so just keep that in mind. But what I'd like you to think about for the last Twitch extra credit question, give me one thing that you enjoyed about this class. So one specific element of the course, maybe it's a topic, something that we did. It could be these Twitch live streams. It could be the recorded lectures, the extra credit, something specific, the assignments that you enjoyed. And then give me one specific thing that you would change to make it better. And I'm just always trying to make things better when possible and keep the things that are working. So think about one thing that you really liked and one thing that you would change to make it better. And when you're ready to do that, you'll go to Twitch extra credit number 17. And you could submit that like you've done all semester long. It's not going to load if I click on it. So you'll hit that submit assignment button and you could submit that for the last 2 points of extra credit. So those are the big things to work on for this week. Again, one last time, our class ends Sunday night. So please make sure that you get everything in. I don't want you to miss out on any points. Of course, every point counts. And I just want to say thank you so much. I love teaching this class. I'm sad it wasn't in person. This class of all classes is definitely the one that I think takes the biggest hit from being online, just because it's so fun to have all the random questions and activities and things that we do. But I think that we made the best of it, and I so greatly appreciate how many of you join me live early every Tuesday morning, and your comments and questions and thoughts. Thank you so much. I know it might not seem like a big deal, but to see your names, I'm very, very grateful to have you here. So thank you so much for joining me every week. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the year, the rest of the semester. Don't forget to take care of yourselves. Hang in there. Finals week. Good luck on all your finals. Make sure you sleep so you don't get sick. All of those things are really important. So try and balance all that with your classes as well. And I do teach a couple of classes in the spring. So don't forget that you're welcome to join me again if you want to, either in person or online. But yeah, take care of yourself, stay safe, stay healthy. And I really, again, appreciate all of you joining me for this. So thank you so much. Oh, thank you. I appreciate all the kind comments, everyone. Thank you so much. I know it's hard to adapt. These last 2 years almost, it's been tough. 2 years of our world being turned upside down. And I think we're all just trying to do the best we can. So thank you so much for everything. If you think of any questions, I will hang out for a little bit. You can always email me. And again, hang in there. Take care of yourselves. Have a happy holidays. And if Bink shows up in the next few minutes, I will go grab him for you, cowbells. But otherwise, I'm going to minimize my video. Thank you so much again from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate your company and effort and time. So many of you have just done a wonderful job, and I really, really enjoy it. So thank you. All of you as well. Have a wonderful holidays. And again, if you think of any questions, I will hang out for a little bit, and feel free to put them into the chat. Definitely. And Susanna, keep checking it. The research methods, the wait list is full right now, but if anyone drops, you can get on there. And worst case, if you can't get on there, you can always email me when the class starts. And I'll do what I can, of course, to add you if it's possible. Thank you again as well. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for saying thank you. I appreciate it. No, thank you. That's very sweet of you. Very sweet of you to say. And again, it means a lot to me. So thank you so much. I'm glad that you found the class to be enjoyable, and I'm glad that you all did well. So many of you did so well, which just makes me so happy. So thank you. Thank you again so much. All right, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and log off so I can start to download this and hopefully post it a little bit later. If you think of any other questions, reach out. Otherwise, again, thank you so much for a wonderful semester, and have a great winter break and a happy holidays.